Boy, we really all want to feel safe, don't we? I bet safety is at the top of everyone's list. Except mine. I don't know what. I must be from Mars. I never cared about safety. You know, I would roll those dice, just roll the big dice up against the wall. And, you know, I just would never even, I never worried about whether it was going to, there'd be a safe haven, a safe harbor. It's just like, you know, it was the adventure that lured me.
That's probably why you were homeless. No.
But everything else too.
No. Yes. I mean.
But everything else too. Homeless and rich, up and down, left and right, all of it. That's probably why I was all of it. You know, when I end my life, they will say on my tombstone, among other things, he left nothing on the plate. He left nothing on the plate. You understand? Because it's like, you know, give me all of it. It's okay. See, and unless it's okay for you to be homeless, unless it's okay for you to not have any to lose it all, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to remember what I'm going to tell you now. You can't have it all until you're willing to lose it all. You can't have it all until you're willing to lose it all. If you're trying to hang on to it all, or hang on to even some of it, then you can never have it all. And you'll wind up having less and less of it. Because the more you try to hang on to it, the more it hangs on to you. Hello? I said the more you try to hang on to it, the more it hangs on to you. And you are trapped in a jail of your own devise. So ask yourself, what would happen if I didn't have to have tomorrow totally clear and laid out for me? What would happen if I just stepped into uncertainty and let go and let God and allow the universe to flow to me my next best and perfect situation? My next best and perfect situation. What if it didn't matter what that looked like? If my vision is to be happy, to be connected, to be compassionate, to be content, or whatever it is my vision is, then I can step into that vision and always be that, and I can be that driving a taxi cab in Portland. And be the most successful taxi cab driver in Portland, by the way. I can be so good at driving a taxi in Portland that pretty soon everyone who gets into my cab starts asking me for my card. You know, the next time I need a cab, I want to call you. And after a while, I get all the time calls. Who's the cab driver? After a while, I get all the time calls. I get them all. Because once they get in my cab and they leave, they've never had an experience like that. And I become known after 6 months as the cab driver of Portland. They even write a story about me in the newspaper. Portland's favorite taxi driver. And pretty soon, I'm like a business of my own. And my own company for whom I drive wants to know, what do you do in that cab with them that makes them call up and say, I want this person. Well, she's not on the shift right now. Okay, then I'll leave for work an hour later. You know, whatever. What makes that? See, what makes people magic? What makes people magnetic? Whether they're lawyers, doctors, bakers, Indian chiefs, or taxi drivers. What does that? You know? We had a taxi driver, I forgot what city it was in now, I don't remember, frankly, all the cities, but I remember the one taxi driver, and I was so taken with this guy, I said to him, like I'm sure many of his customers did, give me your card. As long as I'm in this city, I will call you whenever I want to go somewhere. The only time you will not get my ride is if you're not on the shift when I'm needing to go somewhere. And we did. We were there for like a week, and we kept on calling for this guy. And he took us everywhere. And because he was magic. He wasn't driving a taxi. He was sharing something with everybody who got into that cab, and it was magic that he was sharing. His love of life, his love of people, his love of the place where he lived. He could point every single thing out. I mean, just everything, from the smile on his face when he opened the door to let you in. Which, by the way, he did. He jumped up. You didn't get into his cab. You just even approached his car. He was out of that front seat and opening that door. Thank you for taking my taxi. Please enjoy the ride. Where may I take you? Your day is going to be better because I'm here. And you'd go, wow, I get it. You know, what heaven did you fall out of? You're supposed to be behaving like just a taxi driver. You understand? When you carry that kind of magic with you, it doesn't matter what you do. Your doing this becomes irrelevant. Sir, you want your groceries? See, doing this becomes irrelevant. It's what you're being that changes everything. And people walk into your space and they will never, ever get that service that you provide from anyone else again. Because once they're touched by your magic, they want more of it. And more and more and more and more, and it will not matter what you do. You'll be a success at it. You'll be a shoemaker. It doesn't matter what you do. Because people want more of that magic that heals them, that brightens them, that restores them. It's restorative. It's restorative. And that's all anybody wants. And yes, you can do it in a 10-minute taxi ride. You can absolutely do it. If that's who you are. And you be that way for about 3 months, and your owner will say to you, what are you doing in that cab? Everyone's calling for you. What the hell are you doing? Giving them their money back or what? And you can say to them, no, I'm doing more than giving their money back. I'm giving them back to themselves. And suddenly you realize that taxi driving is a ministry, as is everything. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? There's no such thing as work in the world. There's no such thing as a job. There's only showing up, showing up, showing up as magic. If you're not showing up as magic, it's because you don't know there's magic within you. But you know the fastest way to know there's magic within you? I shall give you the formula. The fastest way to know that there's magic within you is to see the magic in others and to tell them so, to show it to them, because they don't know it's there either, and they're waiting for someone to confirm their highest hope about themselves. Remember what I'm telling you here. People are simply going around waiting for someone to confirm for them their highest hope about themselves. That's all they're doing. And when you do that, they get one notch up, one notch closer, one step closer to heaven, one step closer to home. They're back home. When you show people to themselves in their own highest vision, and this calls for outrageosity. You have to be outrageous.